All right. This is a test. I don't know if my computer's even going to be able to handle all this. I am currently streaming on Twitch, D Live, Periscope, and Nerdrotic Live. And my stupid Mac might blow up. But here we are for a short live stream because what the hell? Hey, everybody. Or nobody. I have no idea. What's up? Gary went live in Twitch. Yes, I did. I did Thrim74. I'm also on D Live. I can't see Periscope, so if you're on Periscope, I have no idea. Maybe I could pull it up. But I'm also on Nerdrotic Live for YouTube. And yeah, here we are. Here we are. And I'm going to just kind of kick back, relax. We're going to chat a little bit. I'm sure Avengers Endgame will be a topic, whatever crosses my mind, because I didn't really prepare. I was spending so much time setting up Restream and realizing I need a new machine badly for this to happen. So I'm just going to have to get number one Nerdrotic son, the computer genius, to build me a computer. That's going to happen. But it looks like I'm coming through on Twitch. Yeah, I the latency was down. I had to fix the latency on Twitch. So yeah, if things come off kind of bad tonight, I apologize. There's not much I can do about it. But it's cool as long as it's not. It's probably my machine too. It's probably going to be my computer as well. And let's get rid of this. I don't need that going right now. You can hear the fan kicking. When a fan kicks on in a Mac, that's bad. Yep, it's already freaking out. There we go. Let's quit that. Okay. All right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was Star Trek Discovery. Star Trek Discovery. It looks better on Twitch than on YouTube. I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, I wonder what it looks like on YouTube. I'm going to check it out. Yeah, it looks like crap on YouTube. You're right. But that's YouTube. And I've got one person watching on YouTube. And I've got 5 people watching on Twitch and nobody watching on D Live. But that's expected because I told nobody I was going live. I think I had it on my schedule on my website. But that was it. Yeah, the only news I have is for Star Trek Discovery from my insider that Alex Kurtzman, the rumor is Alex Kurtzman is under a job review. If I dare pull it up, I can read it to you. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday night. I've been chilling. Oh, wow. 60 days till Stranger Things. Great. Yeah. No, my computer's just not having it right now. So I'll try to remember what he said. He told me that there was a memo that went out, and then Kurtzman is going through a job review at this time. And it currently hasn't technically shut anything down because he can still film. He can still start filming second unit stuff for the Picard show. I think we're going to get a Picard show one way or another, whether it's Kurtzman's involved or not. I think they'd be stupid to get rid of that because Patrick Stewart is paid already and he can just walk away. Kurtzman and the Red Angel. I'll join on YouTube just to like it. I have D Live, but I have a friend on your coast to play some old illegal WoW server action. Nice. Yes, SF Giants 49er. What's up, homie? Yeah, well, I'm on Twitch now. So what? Okay, I can tell the story why I'm on all these things. So YouTube gave me an arbitrary copyright strike about 3 weeks ago, prior to me going on vacation. So the whole plan was I was going to do a week's worth of live streams, get a little cheddar to go on vacation because I was going on a big European trip that I generally, listen, I'm not a rich dude. I'm a middle class guy living in a really old rickety house in San Francisco. And I got a mortgage and kids and everything. So I don't have all the money in the world. And they gave me a copyright strike that week before, which just killed my channel. And it's taken me like 3 weeks to get it going again. The vacation had something to do with that as well. Don't get me wrong. So it turns out the copyright strike, like I thought, was nothing. It was from a third-party source. I suspect it was CBS because CBS hit Mecha Random 42 like 3 days later. And of course, they abused the copyright system on YouTube. And for those of us who are dumb enough to make this our job for a little while, it hurts. It hurts. So and I should have done this earlier. Everybody was telling me, get on Twitch, get on D Live, and since PewDiePie gave D Live an endorsement, I thought I'd give it a try. Why not? Yeah, and it's a huge tax state. You're not kidding. My property taxes are stupid. It's good to see a San Francisco homie in here, though. That's good, Dan. Nothing on YouTube either. Yeah, let's see. It says I'm going, but I don't know how my strength is. Sorry, guys. Yeah, if it's going to be crappy tonight, I'm going to get it fixed. I'm getting a better machine, a better camera, a better everything to work this out because I do have very expensive, good internet. So nothing should be this hard, but I'm running off a Mac. I bought a Mac out of habit because I used to be a Final Cut Pro editor, but Macs are garbage now. They have gone so downhill. So I'm going to get a PC. Going back to PC, get a machine built, and things will be fine. That'll probably take like a month to get that going, though. Yeah, so has everybody seen Avengers Endgame? I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't. I liked it. I thought it was good. It's got tons of plot holes, but it's a comic book movie. That's to be expected, especially when you get into time travel. It brings up all kinds of questions. I've been listening to live streams all day, and everybody's like, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? Your cam scene's fine. Just tweak the settings in whatever you are using for Twitch. Okay, let me go into my Twitch settings. I fixed the latency, but hang on, guys. I'm not going to be able to see you for a second. Let's get to my settings. Channel and videos. All right. It's not mature content. Normal latency. Video moderator settings, channel. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass. Damn. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. Not much I can do about that. I'm going to have to fix that in my OBS. Oh, that's why. There we go. Quality. 1046p source. What the hell? That's not supposed to be right. Advanced. Oh, that's why. Maybe that helps. Hang on. It was clicked on low latency twice. So I don't know if that's going to help or not. It keeps bugging out. Damn, Twitch. And D Live seems to be doing just fine. This is why I tested it tonight. This is good. This is good. And absolutely nobody's... I probably should share that. Here we go. Live chat. A bit. That's a lame tweet, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, if it sucks, sorry. Yeah, I had the latency. There's two places to mess with the latency. Thanks, Twitch. I probably should have looked at this stuff before I started. I went in like 30 minutes. I'm like, I could figure it out. How hard could it be? I boomer this shit all over the place. So, it's late. What are you people doing up right now? Don't you have lives? No, I don't have a live either. It's been a crazy week with the MCU and the Avengers Endgame. Instead of like having this just total celebration like we should, I won't get into spoilers, but this total celebration like we should just be celebrating the MCU and talking about, the next, turning the page and how exciting it should be. And with D+ coming and all these cool TV series coming, we should be nothing but excited. And if there's any critiques about the MCU, it should be, well, why did they use time travel? And, why did they do this? There's a couple of things that happened within the movie they're really going to have to explain. It sets the stage for everything now. They made a huge change in the world, and it's going to have to be explained in every single thing they do, unless they wipe it clean. I certainly think they're moving towards, without giving you spoilers, I think they're moving towards Secret Wars and Battle World and doing stuff. That'll probably be the next thing, and they are certainly moving towards the all new, all different Marvel. I still see people out there doubting that, or taking a wait and see. Now, I can understand taking a wait and see, and that's fine. But Marvel's been telling us this for years. So just don't be surprised that they're going to go down this road. Gonna go now. I still have 2 hours. I'll come back. Hey, it's all good. Thrim74, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Have a good one. And yeah, I'm just going to sit here. I'll talk to myself. It's okay. I've done it before. Back in the early days, I remember streaming to 2 people. And it's no problem. This will be a video up on YouTube anyway, so people will check it out. Let's see if I can get to my Insider now. Seems like my computer's calmed down a little bit. There we go. There's a couple people watching on YouTube. Yeah, what I'm going to do with Nerdrotic Live. This is very exciting. So I've decided I will be putting videos up on Nerdrotic Live, but they will be videos I would never put on the main channel. So it's going to be mainly paranormal videos. I'm going to have all kinds of fun because, Nerdrotic Live is the channel where I don't have to worry about the algorithm. I can do what I want. So, see, I try to bring this up. Where is he? There he is. Okay. So I'll get back to that in a second. Here is my Star Trek Discovery Insider and what he has said. Animated has been paid for. Least so many episodes, but what was in made will what has been made, I guess they've made some stuff, will be reviewed, or whatever they do make will be reviewed again by a test audience and scored. STD is being reviewed, everything reviewed, and pending this review, the money for Picard has been ordered to be held and ends all the bullshit from them proceeding or making announcements until money is released. Frakes is supposed to begin shooting his second pack episodes next week. The Instagram post by Michael Chabon pissed everyone off. Licensees, board members, everybody. He says everyone. I'm assuming that's everyone. And I'm talking about Star Trek Discovery. Production is a no-go. They jumped the gun, pissed off licensees. Now, I was going to make a video, but I need to wait to hear from my second source on this. My second source confirmed my first source that the licensees are completely pissed off. They don't like the aesthetic. They don't think they can sell Star Trek at all, Star Trek Discovery at all, and it's been proven. Despite what Parrot Analytics says, nobody wants to license this thing. Nobody wants to make action figures. Nobody wants to touch JJ Trek. Now, I suspect it's because JJ Trek couldn't sell any toys either. People just don't want that stuff. I want a 1/6 scale Hot Toys, Captain Kirk and Spock, and they exist out there, but they are, Spock. There's a Spock on eBay right now for $800. I was like, the most I'll pay for a Hot Toys is $300. I'd rather just not have it at that point. Yeah, freaking Star Trek, man. I just started my season 2 review. It took me 3 hours to get 3 minutes of video because I'm watching each episode again. It's like, oh my God, it is so bad. And I have to go back to season 1. In the beginning, you have to go back to season 1 to reference stuff. And I got an event invite. Who's inviting me to event? Bark and Brewfest? No, there's drinking. I don't go that. So I'm going to Star Trek. I'm going to the Star Trek convention, and Mecha Random announced she's going to the Star Trek convention. So it is my intention. I've already tried to get Doomcock to go, but unfortunately, he can't. And it's just the parameters, especially in Vegas. Doomcock does not want anybody to know his identity ever. I do not know who he is. I'm a pretty close internet friend with him, and I have no idea. I've never asked, and I never will. But he would have to wear a mask out in public, and you can't do that in Vegas. You can't wear a mask inside of a casino or any of the hotels. It's against the rules. So he wouldn't be able to go, but I'd love to see if like Tom and Rob and, I don't know. I know Andre probably couldn't go because he's in Europe, but I would, and maybe, I don't know if Robert Meyer Burnett wants to slum around with us anti-Star Trek Discovery people. I'm not too sure. Even get some of the Phantom Menace to come out. I think that would be fun. And it's my 50th birthday. So Mrs. Nerdrotic, my kids are going to go. I'm going to get some friends from San Diego to go. And, oh, hey, Bear, what's up? So, you're in Washington State. So you're on the West Coast. Yo, what's up? Ian Batchelor, morning. I've just woken up. I need coffee. I got an empty cup of pizza for you, buddy. Oh my God. Somebody sent me the best coffee in my P.O. box. It's the strongest shit I've ever had. It is crackalicious, and I love that. So, yeah, I want to do a meetup. I want to get some members. I don't know. They just went to Star Wars Celebration. It's a lot of money to go to Vegas. It's a lot to ask, but hotel rooms are generally pretty cheap. You don't have to stay in the nicest places. You could stay in Excalibur for like $50 a night. But I want to get as many people out there as possible. There's a bar called the Millennium Fandom Bar. I'm going to try to book that for an evening and have a huge meetup in Vegas. The only concern I have, I don't think I would get blocked. I don't think they would keep me from going to the Star Trek convention. If they'll let EVS and Jeremy and Jeff go to Star Wars Celebration, I certainly think they would let me into the Star Trek convention. I have no intention of causing any trouble, booing and hissing. But if I get a chance to ask some questions, I will. I certainly will. And if they're at Comic-Con, I'm going to be there too. If only I'm on instant Colombian from all day. Oh, is that instant coffee? Oh, instant coffee. I've had to have instant coffee. There's times in my life I was thankful to have my Folgers that I just stirred into hot water. Yeah. Mm. But I'm addicted to espresso ever since going to Italy now. So eventually I'm going to get an espresso machine. My cocaine-free birthday is on my 48th this year. Yeah, 19 years cocaine-free. Awesome. That is brilliant. Bear. Let me tell you, cocaine's a bitch. So let me tell you my cocaine story. Since it's up late, we're all friends here, right? In the Expanse we trust. K2S WIS. The Expanse is the best show on TV. Fuck yeah, it is. Okay, so let me tell you my little cocaine story, guys. So I had never. I'm a grateful recovering addict. I have about 5.5 years sober now. I relapsed after 17 and a half years. No, 18 and a half years sober. And so the first time I was on a pretty good drug run, I was drinking, just doing everything. Shrooms, acid, crank. When crank was around, I don't think crank is still around anymore. I know there's like the weird crystal meth they have now, but I was doing crank. And I know how to cook it, and I used to cook it and all that stuff. And this is when I was a teenager, when I was supposed to be in high school. I was, so I was running with, meth dealers and bikers and stuff, and just bad times, man. Bad times. Got in a lot of freaking trouble when I was a kid. I mean, a lot. Straightened myself out in my early 20s. Quit drinking, quit all that stuff when I was like 22, 23. And then was sober for a good long time. And then I stopped going to meetings. And this was when I owned the comic store, and the comic store was doing great. And I was becoming like this little mini celebrity in the comic book scene here in San Francisco. And it all went to my fucking head. And I thought I was the shit, and I could do no wrong, and I didn't need meetings anymore. And when I was running when you run a comic shop, you get offered all kinds of crazy shit for free. So there was a pot dispensary right up the street. I was offered edibles and stuff all the time. Never took it because I was never that big of a pot guy anyway. And I gave them to Mrs. Nerdrotic because she's not an addict. But one day this guy rolls up and offers me, a bunch of coke, and I went on a run. It wasn't the coke that I relapsed on, though. Actually, what I relapsed on was I got injured at work. I was hanging up a goddamn Superman Returns banner so I had these giant walls in the comic store, and before I covered them with action figures, I used to buy the movie banners, the big vinyl ones, and cover them with that. And I still have this. I keep the banner, by the way, just to keep this in my head. I have a giant Superman Returns. Superman Returns. Freaking Bryan Singer Superman. And I was hanging it up on my folding ladder, and I come down my folding ladder, and it folds on me, and it crushes my thumb, and it crushed I mean, I could, if I had a lighter, I could hold up a lighter to my thumb and I wouldn't feel it. I've got no feeling in my thumb anymore. I can move it, but like I could cut myself with it and I wouldn't feel anything. It just, everything got crushed. Lost my nail, everything. The thing was like that thin. Hurt like I've broken a ton of bones. I've been stabbed. And nothing hurt like this. No, kidney stones hurt a little worse, but this hurt second worst. And I went to the emergency room, and I was sober at the time. I'm like, but I was in so much pain. I'm all, F it, man. Give me the strongest shit you got. So they did. And of course I was off to the races. They gave me just Vicodin, and I was instantly back in the game of drug addiction. And then the guy offered me Coke, and it was like Coke and Vicodin, and pooh, man. And there's a saying in recovery that it's a progressive disease, and it certainly is. So the concept of that, if you don't know, is it's basically when you quit doing drugs, and what I did 18 years ago, your mind, like somewhere there's like a program running in the back of your mind that is still doing drugs. So it would be like if you were doing drugs those 18 years. So it's a progressive disease. So when you relapse 18 years later, you don't pick up where you left off 18 years ago. It would be like you were doing it all 18 years. So I went from, popping a Vicodin pill and doing a little bump of Coke instantly to, I think I was on 20 Vicodin a day. And I have a Spider-Man pinball machine, and I was doing rails, like that big in a month from relapsing. I mean, I went downhill so fast. So I had a moment of clarity before what is the saying for cocaine? It's God's way of showing you have too much money. And all the success of the comic store just got burned up in a year. Just fucking burned it up. Shit. Just did some stupid shit. So I had to sell the store. I was about to close the store, and I was just going to probably eBay all the stuff. Brian Hibbs, another comic shop owner here, came in and saved the store at the 11th hour, and sold it to me. And I had this moment of clarity, like, this is my chance to like get sober again. I don't have to worry about the store anymore, and I could just concentrate on me. And that's what I did. And I got sober. But it damn near broke up my marriage. As a matter of fact, I wasn't living at home. So I was working so much at the store prior to me relapsing. I had a cot there. I would sleep there sometimes. I get obsessed. I get really obsessed. So, the marriage almost broke up, and I had to go live in a sober living environment. And the funniest thing about that, it's the cheapest rent in San Francisco in these really nice houses. So there's this company that buys all these really freaking nice homes in San Francisco, and they turn them into sober living environments. And what they do is it's like $800, $900 for a bed, and they put like 2 or 3 people in a room, and it's very profitable. But you also have a sober living environment in a really effing nice house. And it actually works. They drug test you all the time. They're on your ass. So I did that for like a month, and got a job. Oh God, I had to start all over again. So I used to work in the auto industry, and so I took the first job I could find, and it was working at O'Reilly's. I used to sell auto parts, and then I moved to a private shop, and that sucked. Then I moved to a couple dealerships and did that for 5 years, built things up, got my life back together to the point where we're past 5 years now, and things are pretty great. Go to meetings all the time. I've got sponsees. I've got a sponsor. But, I don't know how I got on that one. You brought it up, Bear. It's your fault. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Don't do cocaine. It's so bad. For one, especially as somebody who used to do crank, it doesn't last that long. It's like 20 minutes, and it's hell on your nose. I thought crank was bad on your nose. My nose is permanently fracked. What's up, Bruce Lombardo? How are you in, I can't tell if I have anybody in D Live. I don't think I've got these wonderful people in Twitch though. So I'm sorry it's taken me so long. So when I look over here, it's Twitch. And when I look over here, it's YouTube. And D Live is way over there. So Twitch, I apologize it's taken me so long to get on. I'm going to do a lot more live streams. I'm not a gamer. Sorry, Twitch. And I also don't paint my body. So, no thought to my game. But I live stream like crazy, so I will start live streaming more on Twitch. My old co-host has a Twitch channel. He does D&D. I personally think it's boring as hell to watch, but I mean, some people are really into it. It is, what is he called again? Oh boy, hang on, I'm gonna have to look it up. So after I tell him his channel's boring. TPK Games, right? TPK, isn't that some kind of thing? Is it TPK, TKP, or TPK? TPK. Yeah, it's TPK Games. Yeah, there it is. You can catch our Dungeons and Dragons show, the campaign, live on Tuesday starting 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. His last tweet. There it is. So his last thing was March 19th. Toll of the Dice. Yeah. It's my friend John Reed. So he's my old co-host. He also worked on the Disney. He's the guy who worked on the Disney streaming service for a little while. Bear says, used to have Coke parties, 3-day Coke binges. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a guy here. Oh, man, you want to hear a horror story, everybody? You guys want to hear a horror story? Oh, God. So this guy was... So there's a thing. Okay, everybody remembers the dark web, right? Okay, you know the dark web. Well, a lot of people who shopped at my store were Lucasfilm people, and I had a lot of tech people, especially when the tech thing started happening in 2010, 11, 12. So I had a ton of people from Google. There was a thing called the Google Mafia. So it was a group of coders who were drug dealing. They all got busted. They're all gone now. But so there was a group of like nerd drug dealers. So weird. Life is weird. And yeah, so that's how I got my stuff. I never had to pay for anything, man. I was just trading for comics and stuff. And they all worked at Google and Facebook, and yeah, there was a whole network. And I mean, there was girls, ladies of the night involved, and what was that? Red Book, yeah, or that Red Book thing, yeah, everything, all that stuff was going on. I was the very sad and pathetic drug addict when I was both times actually, but the second time was very sad because I did it alone. I didn't tell anybody I was doing it. I thought I was very sneaky. I wasn't. Mrs. Nerdrotic's a very clever lady. She knew what the hell was going on. She packed me off to rehab. That was pretty funny. That didn't work though, unfortunately. It wasn't funny at the time. So, yeah. Okay. So the scary story is the guy who was getting me the Coke was dealing pills to pilots. Freaking pilots. I never found out which airline, but I didn't fly that whole time. Like oxys to pilots. And I'm like, oh shit. Now he could have been lying. I don't know that for a fact. But yeah. I was just like, great. Bruce Lombardo, take it easy, man. It'll be up later. I'm not going to do this for much longer. I just wanted to see if this actually worked. How's the Twitch stream looking? The YouTube stream died. Here, that's probably... it says it's moving. Oh, no, you're right. It froze. Is the YouTube live stream Patreon only? No, it shouldn't be. Oh, wait. You know what? God damn it. Do I have it set to freaking unlisted? I do. I'm an idiot. There, it's public. That's probably why nobody was watching. I did share it on Twitter. My bad. Yeah, I usually set it to unlisted because that is my Patreon stuff. But yeah, sorry about that. Boomer. It's buffering a bit. Okay. So I plan to streamline this out a little bit more, because I like the idea of being able to stream to multiple things at once, but you definitely have to have the machine to do it, and Macs are not it. God damn, this computer is... I feel like such an idiot for buying it. I mean, it's good for some stuff, but and I'll keep it. But yeah. I realized tonight I had all my OBS settings like completely wrong. I had the latency wrong. I had the output wrong. And all it took was finding a video of a 16-year-old telling me how to do it. You saw it on Twitter? Okay. I'm on Periscope too. Let's see if, let's go to my Periscope. There, I'm logged in. Yep, says I'm on Periscope. Sorry if I'm not, why do I need to accept this? Yep, I'm right there. Nobody's there, so it's fine. I have 3 whole followers on Periscope. Yeah. I thought Periscope was going to be the thing. I'm not even going to keep it up. Don't feel bad. I bought an HP laptop. That's probably better than this. I like my Surface Pro. It's pretty nifty for the stuff I need. Oh, look at that. It's magnetic too. Yeah, I just got this. That was pretty cool. It works. It helped on the trip. Oh, Bruce Lombardo, by the way, Bruce is the one who sent me the coffee, man. That coffee was so good. That's what got me talking about cocaine. I have done a lot of live streaming. So Thursday night I did 3 hours. Friday night I did 4 hours. Then I also did almost an hour for the Orville. Then I almost did an hour for Doom Patrol. That's a lot of live streaming. Surprised you guys aren't sick of me yet. So this has been quite a kick. It's been quite a kick. What's up, Hologram Nunchuck? How's it going? User, and by the way, greetings. I got to get used to Tommelfinger is here. What's up, Tommelfinger? And Plain Odine and B310 Tyrone says it's buffering a bit. It's iffy. Yeah, this is all iffy. Yeah, this was a test run, guys. And obviously I have some work to do before I can do this regularly. But yeah, this whole YouTube channel thing has been quite a surprise. I was supposed to be knee deep in a comic shop right now. I had planned for years. So the whole thing is when I sold the comic shop, I was going to come back. I kind of saw it as, I ended in failure. So my whole thing to get, I had to put my life back together and I was going to own another comic shop again. And I got all my ducks in order. I got everything ready to go. And then Marvel Comics started sucking and comic shops started closing. And that's what the reason I'm even on YouTube was I was going to have a podcast at the comic shop. It was supposed to be part of it. I was going to build a platform for the comic shop because I knew that it would be very helpful. And wow, look at EVS. Look at what it did for his comic. Look what it did for your boy Zach for his comic. So that was the whole plan, was to just meander around with a podcast, throw some stuff on YouTube, and then when I got the comic store, put a studio in there, do regular podcasts, review comics, and make it kind of a scene at the store. And then so I started researching it, and I watch YouTube once in a while, but not that much. But I started looking into, I'm like, man, I was out of the game for a little while, so I found some comic book YouTubers and started trying to get caught up in comics, seeing what the general sentiment out there was in the community. And I didn't mean to use that word. And that's how I found, just in my feed one day, I found a World Class Bullshitters video and a Diversity in Comics video. And I watched them both and I went, holy shit, what is going on? And I started picking up comics because I put down comics for a while, and I started picking up comics, and I saw this stuff coming back in 2011, 2012. I never thought it would get this bad, though. I just always thought it would kind of be there, but they would never really go that far off the cliff with the SJWism and, just modern, current politics, and putting in like really lame, unsophisticated, opinionated politics in the comics. And honestly, it comes off really lame. Comic book writers, I don't mean to disrespect them. There's very talented people out there, very smart people. I'm just saying, life perspective wise, there's a reason you're a comic book writer. There's a reason I was a comic book fan. Sometimes isolated people become artists. They become good artists because they were isolated people. They didn't go out very much or socialize very much, and got really good at drawing or writing. My whole theory on George R.R. Martin is he was a lonely kid, and that's how he built the whole universe. I mean, like, prior to Game of Thrones, he's written, hundreds of books. He's a creative genius, but obviously a lonely kid. So I don't care what they think about politics. I really don't. They are so far away from like the working man and woman anyway. And it really just it makes comic books crappy. And that's what they are now. So, by the time I was ready to fire up a store, I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to give Mark Waid money. I didn't want to give Joe Quesada money. I didn't want to give anybody at Marvel money. And thankfully, this came along. Now, I'm going to do something anyway on the website. I'm going to be doing because I've got a comic shop worth of stuff here that's got to go. So there'll be some stuff at really good prices. I mean, I got a little, I'm a little curious. Are most SJWs virgins? Elemenster Overwatch. I don't know. I'll answer this question like this. They tend to be the ones to throw out the incel insult a lot. And, well, people tend to project, we'll just say. We'll just say that. Hope that answers your question. SJWs don't have much of a real life experience, so they don't understand what makes good stories. Right. They, especially the younger ones. Now there are just some, like the Remfamous is out there. She's a professional at stirring up trouble. As a matter of fact, I think there's a rumor out there she used to be on the other side for a while. She pulled a Ariana Huffington. I think it's all, I think it's largely people probably too obsessed with Twitter, and it's a power thing. It's people who feel, that's why I almost hate to call it SJWs, but I mean, you got to label them something. It's very insecure people who get a little power, get a little dopamine rush out of it, out of destroying somebody's life, getting Nick Rekieta. Like, didn't his Twitter get nuked? It's not going to stop him. That guy gets like thousands of people watching his live streams. It's impressive as hell. It's impressive. Okay, getting back over to, oh man, the latest Twilight Zone episode about the kid running for office is the worst shit I've ever seen. I am so behind on that. I'm going to be reviewing the Twilight Zone on Nerdrotic Live on Monday. So I'll go over the previous episodes and then we'll do the latest one. I'll get caught up. The Twilight Zone is a hot mess. It's so bad. It is so bad. What's up, Halam 899? A little off topic. There's no topic tonight, Elemenster. A little off topic. I have come to believe that they are trying to cause a massive culture world war and make it look like it's the general public are doing it. I I think certain powers that be are using the culture war to their advantage. Absolutely. I could get really in the weeds on that. That'll be for the Exozone someday. What's up, Soul Assassin? But those of us who are on YouTube and we're talking about pop culture and SJWism and politics invading our modern mythology, there's something much deeper going on than just Brie Larson being annoying and Captain Marvel, being a Mary Sue, and intersectional feminism being injected into the MCU despite the fact that they know it's going to hurt their sales and they do it anyway. Yeah, there's some kind of social engineering going on, and there is precedence for this. Not in entertainment. Well, it's been in entertainment all along. All right. And it's kind of a bugaboo thing to bring up. But there was a project. I forgot the name of the project. And this will be a tease for the Exozone, run by the CIA. And the CIA generally had an employee at every major media outlet. And this was in the 50s, the 60s, or not. The late 50s, early 60s, mainly in the 60s. And they had people employed at newspapers and stuff. I mean, that's no secret. So why wouldn't they do it in entertainment? Soy boys generally get laid once. Then the blue hairs dangle it over them like a carrot. I believe that, Mark C. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Yeah, that's, yep. It's like, you get the first one for free, kid. Yep. Due to the heavily social political side of sci-fi stuff, I am watching more and more stuff again from the 70s and 80s again. Just about to start Blake 7. Oh, I've heard so many good things about Blake 7. So many people have told me to watch Blake 7. And I mean, I'm aware of it, but I didn't realize that it basically was the template for the rogues in a ship thing. Again, and the millionth time, but I so love that show. B3 Tan Tyrone, I am going to check that show out. That's going to happen later this year. Yeah, the T-Woke Light Zone. The Twolok Zone. Woke Light Zone. The Twoke Light Zone. There you go. I can say it. Yeah, that's what I've been saying about comics. My plan, YouTube's not going to last forever. So the plan is to open a bookstore, a vintage book and toy store. And the point I'm getting that's going to turn around to that is there is enough old comics out there in the world that I could not read in a lifetime. You could not read in a lifetime. And more of them are in trade paperback every day, or you can go and get the older actual comics. Honestly, the newer comics that I read are often indie or adaptation. Like I'll read the Game of Thrones adaptation comics because I know that won't be filled with crap. But yeah, mainly I'm reading, me and my son are reading like Silver Age stuff. So there's a lot of Silver Age DC I haven't read. I got the old Superman Golden Age Omnibus. I'm going to read that because I haven't read Golden Age Superman. Some of it, but not all of it. Ian Batchelor says Blake 7 is great. Blake 7 is made by the creator of the Daleks. Yes. Terry Nation. Man was a genius. Hey, what's up, Kaylee? How's it going? Kaylee Traveler. I haven't seen Killjoys. Call the store Golden Age Comics. That would be cool. I wonder if that name's been taken. Probably not in California. I was thinking about trolling San Francisco and putting up, doing a pop-up store called Comicsgate, and I could, but I'd have to wait for everybody to have their books finished, and then I can offer all the books in the belly of the beast. That'd be fun. I'd never work again, but who cares? You know what? If I did that, I bet you, I would probably even be surprised with how many people would just come in and buy the books. Oh, Black Tower, Taryn, I have not seen the Wheel of Time comics. I will buy them though. I love. I've got a yeah, I've got a weird thing for comic adaptions. I have every adaptation of movies and everything. One of my favorite comics is the Time Bandits comic. My videos, Mr. Roboto, yeah, yeah. Any show with the lead character falsely accused of being a pedo in the 70s was way ahead of its time. Oh, I had no idea. The guy from B7 was a pedo. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, so The Minds of Men by Truth Stream Media is good watch for the Exozone. Long writ, I will check it out. I will check it out. All right, folks. I know there's a bunch of people getting in here, but we are coming up on an hour, and I'm going to cut this thing off. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry I had it unlisted on YouTube, but Twitch, it is nice to see you. Thanks for being gentle with me on my Virgin Twitch stream. D Live, nobody watched, but there's a replay. And hey, you got to start somewhere. Periscope, I'm on Periscope right now too. You've wait. Whoa! Before I go, whoa. Kaylee Traveler says, Nerdrotic, I have never read a comic book. What should I buy first and read? Oh, wow, that is such a huge question. Kaylee, before I go, what are your interests? Give me like what's your here's this is easy. Give me your favorite TV show and your favorite movie, and I could recommend a comic. That is my one superhero power is I can match a person to the comic book they will like. I'm pretty much crappy or very average at everything else. But I'm very good at recommending comics. Time Bandits movie is one of my all-time favorites. Bear, Bear, Bear. I own the map. I have a good replica of the map. I'll show it to you guys someday on a live stream. So yeah, Kaylee, tell me what I'm not going to go until you tell me what your favorite TV show is and your favorite movie, and then I'll tell you what comic book to read. One comic I can recommend to everybody. It's a graphic novel. It's Valerian and Lorelei, which is by Mobius. It's a French comic. They've recently reprinted them all and put them in hardcover, and they're super cheap, man. They're like $16, and you get this nice hardcover, and I think there's 6 volumes. It's gorgeous art and great, good old storytelling. Just the best story. French comics, freaking French, and 2000 AD comics. I think by the time your favorite TV show is 24. Okay, 24. Okay, so you're going to like grounded street level stuff. So I'm going to recommend something by Ed Brubaker for you. I'm trying to figure out what comics. Okay. So there's a comic called Criminal by Ed Brubaker. If you like 24, you're going to like grounded stuff. Anything by Ed Brubaker. I mean, he's done some great work in superhero stuff. Also, okay, I would recommend Batman Year 1 and 2. Those are always go-tos. And oh, you like Lord of the Rings. Okay, so you like fantasy stuff. Man, I wish. I don't know if they still make reprints of this. Give me just a second. Hang on. Give me just a second. I'm seeing if there's reprints of this stuff. Oh, hang on just a second. Sorry. Un momento. Oh yeah, you know what? Sin City. I would recommend Sin City. So here is a comic. Okay, so there's a old comic book company that was brilliant, and they went out of business. Kaylee, if you can find reprints of Sojourn, okay, SOJOURN. It was a comic book company called CrossGen, and they only did fantasy comics. They didn't do superhero comics. And I just remember the publisher being really arrogant. He's like, we're going to just take over the comic book industry, and then it went out of business. I don't know who bought them up, but basically, Sojourn is the best. It was done by Greg Land. It's got a lot of like Pretty Women art, but it's very fantasy based, and they were really good comics. I loved them a lot. And you could probably find them on the cheap. If there's no reprints for it, then just you can go on eBay and probably find a whole run of Sojourn for nothing. They're in a lot of dollar bins, but they were so good. I loved them. Preacher, I don't know if I'd recommend Preacher right away. Listen, Preacher's one of the best comic book runs of all time. Death's 0079. You know what? Kaylee, you probably like Sandman too. Anything by Neil Gaiman, you probably like. Preacher is something you got to kind of build up to. Kill or Be Killed, another good Brubaker. You're right, Zaphod 703. Brubaker's actually a good dude. Very good dude. Did you see the IMDb, the apology from Mark Hamill? This is wokeness and hyperdrive. Oh, for him putting up that tweet? Mark, tell these people to... You're Mark effing Hamill. Tell these people to fuck off. Oh, Mark. I might have to make a Human Target's good. Peace, Steed. Human Target is good too. You know what? Kaylee, email me at gary@nerdrotic.com. I'll give you like a bunch of recommendations. Elementor, Overwatch, Time Bandits. If I start talking about Time Bandits, I want to watch Time Bandits. Isn't there? Yeah, there's a Criterion collection of that. That's pretty good. There's going to be a Criterion channel, folks. Pretty excited about that. Hopefully I don't have to pay for it though. Hopefully it's part of some other service. Are you going to save these vids? I think they need to change some settings for the archive, and it's not by much fault. I'm not sure though. I've never streamed. User 662345. Yeah, I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna probably find some tutorials where a 12-year-old will tell me the settings for Twitch, so that does stuff right. But all videos are gonna be saved. Yeah, I don't get rid of anything. This will stay on Nerdrotic Live. Screw it. I don't mind. And yeah. So I'll be back tomorrow covering Game of Thrones with Dictor Van Doomcock live. I'll be on Nerdrotic Live. If I have enough time, I think I'm caught up on American Gods. I might do American Gods tomorrow. Max Lafort, thank you for the 99-cent donation. I appreciate it. You are now my third super chat on Nerdrotic Live. Thank you so much. Mark C was my second. Thank you for the $5. I greatly appreciate it. I was watching my favorite person live stream and I was sad. Something dumb as he had like 13,000 live viewers, but he read my dumb comment. That's not dumb. It's good that he read your comment. I wish I could read everybody's comments, but I've got like 2 going on right now, and it's a little bit, it's hard for my drug-addled ADHD mind. Everybody's loving Blake 7, by the way. Now everybody wants to talk about Blake 7. I really need to watch that. I really, really need to watch that. I got to finish Farscape first, though, because I love that show. That is a good show. If you dig around on my channel, what I was doing with Farscape is I'd never seen it. So what I'd do is I'd watch an episode and give my thoughts as like a new viewer of the show. And I freaking dug it. There is a torrent called Comic Book Starter Kit on Pirate Bay by some user that happens to also be called Zaphod703. That's what a coincidence, Zaphod703. Wow. Close to 20 gigs of comics to start with. File list can at least help. Ah, that's good. What a coincidence that they have the same name as you. The odds. Best Punisher run. Whoa. Welcome back, Frank. Welcome back, Frank. But actually, from Hellheart, you know where my favorite Punisher is? Is when Frank Miller writes him when he's in Daredevil. But welcome back, Frank. But my favorite story is when he fights Wolverine. My buddy Derek Robertson drew that, where it is hilarious. He runs over Wolverine with like a tractor, and there's like nothing but a skeleton left, and they're just like beating the crap out of each other. It is hilarious. Hilarious. I saw in the game tonight, and I was quite upset at who was treated bad. Oh, now the chat jumped on me. Oh, you retracted it. Okay. What's up, Ken Jack Ben? How's it going? Oh, you saw Endgame tonight. Okay. ADH League. Assemblable. That's true. I would never tell anybody to go to any of those things. Piracy is horrible and should not be done. Do not sail the high seas. I don't do it myself. I don't. At Nerdrotic. Kaylee. I love Moon Knight. Which comics should I read about him? Oh, Bill Sienkiewicz. Anything by Bill Sienkiewicz. So the Bill... I used to call him Bill Sienkiewicz because I didn't know how to pronounce his name when I was 12 years old. There is some modern stuff, but it is nowhere near as good as like this stuff. Here you go. Oh, can I show this? Here, let's see if I can window capture. There we go. Look for that, Kaylee. That is the best stuff. Look at that cover. Oh my God, that is beautiful. Bill Sienkiewicz. A little bit of a whack job on the, don't read any of his tweets. Don't. He's a major SJW. It kind of disappoints me about him. So yeah, don't read his tweets. Working on my next video. Bear. I got to see it. All right, now I'm really going to go. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah, I that's somebody looking out for the channel. Yeah, because they don't like that. But it's okay. We're a very small, insignificant bunch here. Well, no, we're not insignificant, but YouTube's not going to bug us, I don't think. But it's good to call that, hey, good looking out. I appreciate that. I appreciate you looking out for me. And I appreciate Zaphod trying to help out Kaylee. It's all good. It was all done with good intentions. Preemptive congrats on reaching 60K subs. I remember coming to your channel when you were at 4,000. Operation Sky Pebbles. Thank you. Yeah, we're about to hit 65,000.
and it is nuts. It seems like just yesterday, Operation Sky Pebbles, I was at 4,000. It was. I can tell you when it was. It was October of last year. You know what? For the first time, I went to Social Blade. I'm never going to go again. I know everybody, because I will check it obsessively and obsess over the numbers, and like that's not healthy for me. So I just saw that things got better. Yay. And I'm going to, because I also really want to keep things in perspective. If you guys were here earlier, I was talking about like my downfall at the comic store, and it was because shit went to my head, and I don't want shit to go to my head again. I'm a very fallible human being when it comes to that. So, you know, just a fan. I am just a fan, and I am a fan with you guys. Like I said before, I am a complete shill for you guys. I'm bought and paid for by you guys. That's it. Really not into sponsorships. I've been offered sponsorships. You know, I mean, if it's something cool, like a beard comb or something like that. But yeah, I got offered to go on an app called Amino, and they wanted me to make content. I don't know what I make. You know, I just like Captain Marvel, but it'd be on a phone, and it's like it would be in this format, and yeah, I don't know. Nah. Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for coming in. Twitch, you guys rock. Greetings to Twitch, and I will be back more often with better video quality. I apologize for the video quality. I'm running on a Mac, and I basically put everything together for a half an hour. So I'm running it through Restream. So I'm currently on DLive, Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube. And my computer hasn't blown up yet. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. Gary the Wise. Yeah, I don't know about that. Only wise because I fell on my ass constantly. Yes, so definitely, join us if you're join me on Twitch and stuff. I'm gonna schedule a time. It'll probably be Saturday that we'll do a regular Twitch, and it'll be consecutive DLive and Twitch stream every Saturday. I'm gonna get up to the point where I'm streaming every day, but it'll be just jumping around. I'm still gonna do the 3 live streams on the main channel. Then I'm gonna do 2 on Nerdrotic Live, and then 1 on Twitch, and then it'll go up from there. I'm going to be doing paranormal videos for Nerdrotic Live, probably like once a week. There's just real quick, huge freaking UFO news, like big deal news. And it's funny because the subject of the last Exozone, if you guys watched it, remember, was the reality of UFOs is, you know, we're getting closer to the government admitting, like straight up admitting they exist. And they already have. It didn't go over very well. The New York Times article from 2017, in December of 2017, where the government admitted they had a program and they found stuff. Well, a news thing popped up. It was on Tyler's Secure Team 10's video. And there's it's on Fox News, but it's news. And Tucker Carlson was talking about, had somebody on, and the Navy is now destigmatizing UFOs. They actually want people to report it at any time, and they're not going to make fun of you. They're not going to clown you. They're not going to tell you that you saw swamp gas. They're going to take it seriously because there's something buzzing our freaking ships constantly. It's getting so bad now that the Navy has gone to the public to say, hey, if you see stuff, let me know. And the guy on the news said, there's 3 possibilities, and they're all bad. First possibility, China and Russia have got technology, and they have leapfrogged us by decades. Bad. Second thing, it's our own stuff, and it's some black project that the Navy doesn't know about. Bad. Very bad. And the third option, it is from somewhere else. And as cool of a thought that is, that's also bad. And this stuff is coming from the oceans. So, and yeah, I know it's woo-woo, but go to Secure Team, check out his video, And yeah, it's crazy. It's Russian bots. They're flying here in UFOs to downvote The Last Jedi on Rotten Tomatoes. That's what my theory is. No, just kidding. But that's going to be the subject of the next Exozone. The Exozone is now weekly, folks. Every Sunday night. So it's going to alternate. And here's the deal. It's going to be on my channel, then Doomcock's, and then we're going to put them on alternative channels when we're done doing them live. So, all right. Even if it is our own stuff, the Navy said, well, we know nothing about it. So if it's our own, yeah, it's Section 31. It's Section 31. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for joining me here for this little test. It is 12:30 a.m. I've been staying up late, way past my bedtime. I will see you all tomorrow for Game of Thrones, and I'll be throwing up at least 2 videos tomorrow. I've got one in the can ready to go, and another one I'm working on. So, yes, The Abyss. I love that movie. So, everybody have a great night. Be well. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you, DLive. Thank you, Periscope. And thank you, Nerdrotic Live and everybody in there. And thank you for the super chats. And may the small folks sing songs of your greatness. Ciao.